So today, as you can see, not out in the mountains, I'm in the garden, but I thought I'd give you a kind of first look at my new tent. It's a tent that I've been trying to get hold of for quite a while. It hasn't been in stock anywhere, and when it does come in stock, it sells out within minutes. So I finally managed to get my hands on one. It's a very popular tent. You've probably seen it used and probably in plenty of other videos before, but it is new to me, so I can't wait to get out in the hills. But I thought I'd give it a first look and let you guys know my first thoughts on it, really. So the tent in question is this, the Helm Compact one from Wild Country. Anyone that's watched the channel before, you know I've got a Wild Country Zephyros one. That's my go-to tent, but in using it over the last sort of 2 years or so, I've noticed a couple of little niggles with it, mainly to do with the height and pockets inside and things like that. I have done a video if you want to go and have a look at that, just to see what I do and don't like about it. This does look like it ticks a lot of those boxes that the Zephyros doesn't, although it is a little bit heavier. So I still am probably going to use the Zephyros as my sort of multi-day tent, but this one is definitely going to be my my overnight tent for when I go out in the hills for just you know, one day or so. So it's the second time I've had it out of the bag. First time was just literally to check everything was in there. It is, so it means I can set it up and show you guys. So first things first, as I've experienced with Wild Country tents before, nice big oversized bag. Makes it really easy to get back in up in the mountains, although I have started to use stuff sacks for my outer and inner when I pack it all the way and keep the poles separate. But still a great feature with these tents, the fact you can pack it all the way so quickly. So as I said, I have had it out before, so it isn't packed away exactly as neat as you'd find it brand new out of the packaging, but let's see what it looks like. Now what I'll do as I'm going through it, I'll put all the kind of stats up, the fabrics and the measurements and everything like that. But the pegs are the sort of standard Wild Country branded V pegs. I have found them really handy, and straight away looking in the peg bag, I know that I'm going to have enough. It's another great thing with Wild Country tents, is that they give you enough pegs straight off the bat. So I'm going to start with all four corners, just roughly peg it out for now. Now poles, again kind of standard for Wild Country tents. You'll see, so they are color coded. There's two poles to this one. It is a kind of semi freestanding tent. You can put the two poles in and move it around to get your positioning right when you're up on hills, and then there's a few places just to peg it out to give the full structure. The red pole, can't go wrong, goes into the color coded red sleeve. And what you'll notice as well is this pole is pre-bent, and the whole point of me getting this tent was mainly for the height. One thing I've found with the Zephyros is that it is very low. This is a little bit higher, or it's sort of higher for longer, should I say. The Zephyros is kind of peaked in the middle, whereas this keeps that shape a little bit more, just because of the double pole design. So once your red pole's in, as you'd guess, move on to the blue one. So same again, it's color coded. There's a blue sleeve, and that goes across the spine, the full length of the tent. So I don't think there's an order as to which poles you put in first, so I'm just going to go to the red one. And you guessed it, the blue one's next. So once the poles are in, you can see that gives you your structure. Now you can take the corner pegs out and shuffle it around just to get that perfect pitch that you want, which way you want the door facing, sunrise, sunset and so on. It's just a case then of going round each of the straps, pegging in. And then on the red poles you've got these little clips, just clip over the pole like so. And that's it, simple as that. Took about 5 minutes, considering I've never pitched the tent before, so you can see how easy it is. Now there are a few points around there where you can pull in the corners just with a bit of guy rope. I'll show you those. Now it is sealed and double stitched on all of the joints, and it's also reinforced at the corners and at the points where the poles are fixed, so really sturdy, should hold up to plenty of weather. So these are the tie-out points. Just left a little bit of slack there to show you how it works, but it is really simple case of just pulling, getting that tension, and then just pull up to release it. Now this is the bit I'm looking forward to the most, the inside. So you've got storm flap on the door with Velcro and decent quality zip as well. No snag in there. The door then rolls up and it's got a bungee toggle. So first impression is straight away really good. The vestibule area is pretty decent. Enough space for cooking, putting gear, although this tent does have a secret weapon. Inside, on the opposite side of your vestibule, is this little storage area. Absolutely brilliant. Just means I can put wet boots or even my bag out there and keep the vestibule completely free. Now this door does have the option for opening up to a vent as well, just for a bit more circulation, and you can also roll it up, again elasticated toggle just to keep it tidy, and that goes for the whole thing as well. You can drop the mesh along with the solid inner and tie that all the way. Inside, the fact that I could sit up already makes me smile. Sounds like such a minor thing, but having used the Zephyros for so long, it's probably my biggest bugbear with it. I am sorry if I'm doing a lot of comparisons with the Zephyros, but this is probably the tent that would compare most of it, as far as, you know, the size, the weight, the footprint, the brand. You know, it's Wild Country, made by the same people, so it's all the same materials as the Zephyros, but this has just got, you know, those few little extra features. Now space wise in here, let me get in, zip this door up. I honestly can't believe the space in here. I know it's only a one-man tent, it's never ever going to be a palace, but yeah, I'm very impressed. So a couple of things straight off the bat that I'm noticing, which I really like. First of all, a pocket, a decent sized pocket as well, so can fit all gear in there, and it has got one at the other end as well, so two pockets. I really am being spoilt. The other thing, well, technically it's 3 pockets, but the other pocket has a purpose. So if I unzip the door, now that would be flapping about. There's no place to tie it back. So what they've done, so I put all the measurements up of the inner and outer, but just to give an idea, I am a gnat under 6 foot. Let's just call it 6 foot. But I've got plenty of room there, and it's not even taut. You can pull this tighter from the outside. So it's also got a decent tub, not too bad height wise there. What's that, 2-3 inches? So no chance you getting wet, even with any rain blowing under the outer fly. Right, let's get it all zipped up and get cozy. So like I said, the vestibule space is very, very good. I would say, I've not got the measurements on me, but that looks like a good sort of 50 centimetres at its widest point there. So yeah, plenty of space for me to cook in. It does also have a vent on either side, and double zipped, just if you do need that extra ventilation when you're cooking. Get rid of all that condensation and steam. So I think that first impressions of this are superb. I would say it ticks almost every single box I'm looking for in a tent, possibly with the exception of weight. I'll put the weight up on screen here. I think it's 1.97, but I'm not sure. As I said, I'll put it here. But other than that, yeah, it's got, I think, everything I want in a tent. Now, you're not going to see me in Hillebergs or Fjellravens and things like that. I don't have that kind of budget. So for my money, yeah, I'm very, very impressed with what you get. Now, talking of money, this retails on Terra Nova's website at £250. I did get 20% off that from another YouTuber. I won't mention who they are, but you do know who you are. Yeah, so I paid 200 for it, which, considering when I was originally looking at this tent, I think it was around 160. Yeah, the prices have definitely gone up, but even at the 200 price point, I think it is well worth it. Obviously, we'll see when I get it out in the hills and give it a proper test, but first impressions are excellent. Let's get in properly. So the door, as you can see, has got a mesh on the top, just for a little bit of airflow. It is a mostly solid inner, so I think this probably would be quite good in the winter as well, considering I've used my Zephyros in some seriously low temperatures and it's worked fine. This has probably got a similar amount of mesh and ventilation, if not slightly more, because of the vents on the outer fly. So I think this will deal with condensation quite well, but it will keep the heat in because of all this solid inner. I mean, I've had that door closed for what, 30 seconds, and already I can start to feel the warmth. So like I said, one of the biggest selling points for me was the height. The fact that I can sit here sat upright, even by the time I put a sleeping mat down. I won't be touching the ceiling, I don't think, but yeah, just being able to do this, especially, you know, having the room over here. I can put all my gear back there and be able to sit out even if the weather's dreadful and look out and enjoy a view. It's worth every penny. Right, let's try and get out gracefully. So that's it, my first thoughts on the Helm 1 Compact from Wild Country. First impressions are excellent, I've got to say. Can't wait to get it out in the hills. I've seen a few videos of it being used in some testing conditions, so yeah, looking forward to see what it's like and see how it handles the Welsh weather. But if you've enjoyed it, guys, please hit the like button. If you want to see some more, please subscribe to the channel, it really does help. And you want to get notified of any future videos that I put out, like using this thing, make sure you hit the bell button as well. But for now, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.